A warm welcome to my channel, folks. Amstermadathil channel and your host Amstermadathil. As from the video, you can see that we are bettering in our praise, and this is an exciting race where I am able to get a good handle for our battle with our teammate. But before that, we get into the content. Please like, share, and comment this video, and please subscribe to my channel for more videos and contents on F1 and FIFA. So let's get started. So guys, let's start with the race, but before that we have some days to go on. So I have made my driver development much better so that we have enough ratings for our driver. So, and also we have few amount of money in our bank as our cash. So I was thinking which department to go about, and I thought it would be better to go with the powertrain department so that we have much more quality and for the whatever improvements or developments that we are doing for the parts in powertrain. तो भाई लोग, हम लोगों ने ख़रीद लिया है वो अपडेट डेवलपमेंट फॉर द एरो पावर ट्रेन डिपार्टमेंट. सो नाउ वी हैव गोइंग थ्रू द activity start, but now we got a invitation to take place. That is interesting. But while we have going through the activity chart, we see that there is a development that is not gone correctly, so we need to purchase it again. And since we have some amount left, we are planning to purchase this development for the chassis also, so that we can improve in our chassis level, like reaching the top of that chart. So let's get started, and we will do the development for that also. And that is the development done. Now we will jump into our first invitational event, which is in Dutch Grand Prix again, before going into our race weekend, that is Chinese Grand Prix. So let's get started and see how this Dutch Grand Prix goes. Not Dutch Grand Prix, it's kind of like a checkpoint, so you will have some acclaim level that you will be getting, and some amount of money also. So it is interesting because we can get some amount extra amount of money, since we have done some ridiculousness in selecting our sponsors. So let's get started. While I was driving this car, it was literally slippery. The car does not have much amount of downforce, so you can see now itself that how I go there you go, slip off, and I had to catch it, but still somehow you will see that boom, we have completed the invitational event, and now we are going into our Grand Prix. And before that is the amount, 100,000 acclaim, and that is it. We are going into our Chinese Grand Prix weekend. And there you have it, guys. We are going into our Chinese Grand Prix, but before that we have some news from Jeff and Carl. Carl telling about the system, and then we have some developments that we are going to show, and our standings in our session. So now let's get started with our qualifying session. But I have क्या बोलूँ, but yeah, it was while this qualification I had some technical issues and हम लोग क्वालिफाइंग नहीं ले सके यार. हम लोग क्वालिफाइंग के एक भी रन में ही ले सके. We actually went into Q3 but yeah, you will see the standings at the end, but we were at Q3. हम लोग Q3 पहुंच चुके थे. Q3 माने qualifying third round. So we reached that and we actually selected much more pace. We were not going for balance. So this is what our final standings was. We went with mediums because I knew that we did not have a new set of what you can say, new set of softs to go for a fast lap. So I just tried it with mediums, and from this interview you can see that I am getting my first rival for this race. It's something like for getting your acclaim level to better your to get your what you can say as sponsors, bettering your sponsors, gaining more sponsors and all. You can get. I gave some generic answers, and our first the rival is Roman Grosjean, if I am not wrong, if I remember correctly.
Great. Well, that's everything.
So guys, we will be moving into a race. It is said that it will be gloomy, overcast weather, but we won't be having rain, thankfully. So that is a good thing. So before that anything, we will be going into a race.
It's time to find out which driver is up to the task of claiming the Chinese Grand Prix. We're here in Shanghai. Shanghai International Circuit then, a 16-corner high-speed thrill ride. The long and ever-tightening right-hander at turns 1 and 2 tests a driver's patience, and the flat, open to the elements location, tests their skill in a crosswind. 2 DRS zones will assist passing, and overtaking is available into turn 1 and of course down the kilometre-long back straight into the hairpin at turn 14. Anthony Davidson, thanks for joining me once again for the Grand Prix. Now, can I talk to you about Sebastian Vettel? Looks like they've got a tough race in store today, as grid penalties from changing power unit components has forced them further down the field.
But on the bright side, at least those fresh components can help them maintain the power they need to come through the pack. I expect to see them take a more aggressive approach today to make up for the compromised start.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Leclerc, Alexander Albon, and Perez, Sainz, Ricciardo, Joker, and Lance Stroll, Norris, Ocon, Pierre Gasly, and Kvyat, Magnussen, Vettel, Roman Grosjean, and Kimi Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, Hubert, Russell, and Nicholas Latifi. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
So guys, let's get started with our race. We are P9 after the grid penalty for Sebastian Vettel, and we'll be going for softs to mediums. And I hope, and from the first starting of the video itself, I said we are bettering in our pace, so you will be seeing a much more cleaner race from our side. However, we have some mishaps from the first turn itself, but I will show you what happened during that turn. But still, we had a good race. So Let's get started with our race, and off we go for the 5 red lights. So let's get going, brothers. And we have had an electrifying start to the start, and as we go we have gone into P, almost taking P7. Now we are on P8. Actually we have gone to P7. Oh, we dipped our tires, left side tires in the grass, and we have spun, so we have damage on our right wing side. So our turns for these kind of right hand turns will be horrendous. ये जो turns होता है ना, देख, it's in the heads up display that we are having issue with our front wing, and that's it. We have been pushed down to P11. Okay, we are having some wobbles because of that issue, but let's see. We are moving, we are fighting this time. The last 2 times it was like we spun and that's it. We just left our game in the hands of God. So yeah, and there you see we are going for a move. We have taken the race, we have taken the inside line. Stroll is trying to stop us, but we have gone, and I think yeah, we have overshot and we have took the corner too close, and we have lost. Instead of gaining 2 positions, we have lost 2 positions. Oh, interesting. Yeah, we hit Stroll, so Stroll went inside for changing his wing. Now just a recap on what happened on the first lap. There you go. I had a spin, hit Stroll, and there you have it. We have made ourselves in a bad mood to go to this 11th position. So, and we have wing damage. And the next issue was we were coming in too hot for that U-turn, and oops, there you go, we just went overboard. And at lap 4, as our designated pit window, we are coming in for our first and last pit stop, where we will be asked to gear change our front wing, and also we will be changing our tires to medium tires. But during the race I was getting enough and more talk about how my engine, IC engine, and also my MGUK is having issues. क्या हो रहा है यार? सिर्फ I think this should be the 4th race. Yeah, it's the 4th race, and already we are having MGKU issues. We need to get our what you can say. We need to get our quality into check and reliability more powerfully. So we will be upgrading more our reliability so that we will be getting enough and more time to get a better view or better car, more durable car. And as I said on start of the episode, we are going to have a good team battle against our teammate. Here we are trying to go inside of him, but he just we pushed him and he has pushed us off into the grass, and we are moving forward. And how क्या कर रहा है लतीफ़ी? चांस पे गोल मार रहा है. हाँ, चांस पे ही गोल मारता है ना. तो उसने ट्राई किया पर सफल नहीं था. He was not good and he was not enough to get it done. However, the battle was short-lived. It was just for 1 lap, but still we had a good lap. We took in the inside and we pushed him off and just used our rich mix to go in front of him, and that's it. This race at least we are not going to be overtaken or out raced by our teammate. So is although Anton Hubert is the one who we want to give the prominence, I don't care. We are racing and we need to have points or at least positions over our teammate. So yeah, by the end of lap 10 we were catching up Stroll, but we have lost Carlos Sainz in this race. So a full safety car has been pulled out, and yeah, we will be bunching up and hopefully we can overtake at least Stroll to make it P18. Let's see how that goes. The safety car is coming in this lap, and I tried for a cheeky move inside Stroll, but yeah, the inside line was not the correct way to go about it. But still, at the end of the race, we are still P18, and that's it. We are going to the end of the race with this. We had some few looks to get it done on Stroll, but not good enough. And there you have it. Lewis Hamilton has won this race and we are unable to overtake Stroll, and that's it for our race at Chinese Grand Prix. Better the performance, but just not good enough.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Yet another historic win under their belts. Well done to the team at Mercedes. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
It was a question of right place, right time today. We were looking at an entirely different race before the safety car came out, but they were able to take full advantage after the field had been bunched up.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes. And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
I have to say Sebastian Vettel certainly caught my eye during today's race. Incredible driving. All respect to the fans' choice, they fully deserve it. But I just feel that my pick had a little more on their plate, so their ability to keep a cool head and come through for such a strong finish made the difference, at least in my opinion.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Meanwhile, good work from Racing Point this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
And there you have it, guys. We have completed the Chinese Grand Prix. We are 18th position. Unfortunately, due to some issues, there is our first rivalry going on with Grosjean. He was above us, but still we got better of some of the things, so we are going equal in the rivalry. And on 20th we get some parts done, so let's get moving into F1 news. So guys, next for us is F1 news, and let's see what is up in the F1 world. So guys, this is going to be our race weekend in Bahrain, and let's see how the teams go about it. The next news is how the team points between each team members go about. Leclerc over Vettel and Lewis Hamilton over Bottas is heavy as it is. So that's it from my side. Like, subscribe, share my content, and hope you all have a great weekend ahead. Signing off, Amster Dragnir for you from Amstermadathil.